Yo, Cap really ever had no superhero moment. He really is a bitch. Iron Man bodied a nuke in a gauntlet snap. What the fuck?
That's
He did
facts.
not body that gauntlet
Facts.
snap. He did not
No,
body
no,
that
he
gauntlet
bodied
snap.
it. No, he did because you know how much power you need to even be able to snap it.
Yo,
He did.
Yo,
he
that nigga was still he was still walking after that shit for a little. You know what I'm saying? He on his knees. You know what I'm saying? He didn't die instantly. You know, hey, who
Nigga,
took
he
that nuke up into
died.
the sky through the portal? Huh?
Iron
Who
Man.
that? Who that?
Iron
Captain
Man.
America who? Captain America who? That nigga ass, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, he saved New York and the world. Fuck out of here.
Bro, I'm saying, bro,
Nah,
this
he
nigga,
was
bro.
stepping, bro.
The world? You mean the whole universe?
Yeah, after you, bro, he was stepping, bro.
Yo, bro. Niggas be glazing Cap too much. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I'm not even a
Like,
Cap
that nigga
glazer.
really
I don't even fuck with
Nah,
Cap
you
for
glazing. Nah,
real.
you glazing, bro. Nah, you glazing, gang. You
Me
glazing.
and Cap got a love-hate relationship. That's facts.
Yeah, bro.
Cap doesn't do anything.
Yeah, bro.
Impossible for him to sign.
No,
There just
he
needs
really
to be
don't, bro.
safeguards or assurances that the rules established won't be misused. Him and Tony are discussing this in Berlin once the authorities caught up to Bucky and Steve,
Nigga
as
watched
Tony
all
was
his
trying to
friends die and
convince
went to live
Steve to
with
sign.
Peggy
But
Carter
the
in the
conversation
60s.
goes downhill
No,
once Steve
facts.
finds out Tony had kept Wanda confined
Bro,
to the
wait,
Avengers
pause
compound.
this. Bro, he just watched all his homies die, or like a few of them.
But you get to have your happy ending.
He saved. I'm not even he saved, but he was part of the saving of the universe. They win. They get everybody back that they've been missing for 5 years. His immediate first decision is to leave and never come back. Are we cool? Are we good? That's mad slow. That really made me angry. Like, actually.
Bro, like, he's so sorry, bro.
Nah, he came back. He
Like-
was just a senior citizen that probably died 2 minutes after coming back.
Yeah, no. After he gave him the shield, I think
did.
there's a timeline. There's a timeline. After he gave him the shield, I think he only lived for like a couple days. Well, look it up. There's a
He
timeline
didn't make it long, bro.
at all.
I thought he died after he gave him the shield.
I thought so too. I hate that they didn't
We
do it
saw
on
a
screen.
tombstone, right or no?
Yeah, we saw a tombstone somewhere. But it's like, yo. He was 106 when he did the shield. Yeah, like, yeah.
Hold on.
That nigga's so damn sorry, bro. Oh my god.
105. When did Captain America die in the MCU? Look that up.
The MCU timeline, Steve Rogers doesn't die. He travels back in time. Okay, we know that.
Also, the time travel thing still doesn't make sense to me.
How?
What
He
you
went. I'm confused because he went back, but somehow
Right.
still ended up in this seat within 3 seconds.
Bro, the nigga lived a whole life and just went over there. He just went over there when he knew he was gonna leave.
Yeah,
No,
I know what Moon was saying. It actually doesn't make sense because
Like-
Captain America actually would never exist.
Yeah.
Technically, if we going off real, like I don't know, on some DC time travel shit.
What? Yes, he would. It was just two of them niggas walking
No.
around.
Oh, bro, nigga,
Yes.
timer mist and all that shit don't exist in MCU, bro.
Nigga, he went back and then went after he got frozen. So his ass is frozen while he's walking around.
Yo, Jayden.
Yo, I swear.
He shouldn't
Are y'all
exist,
like,
bro.
are y'all missing it?
He shouldn't exist, and he shouldn't be frozen.
If you take,
He shouldn't be frozen.
bro, if
If
I
you went
You know why he
back,
shouldn't be
he
frozen?
wouldn't be-
Because the frozen
if
nigga
he
is
went-
back there.
If he went back, he wouldn't be there wouldn't be a frozen version of
Yes,
him. It
there
wouldn't make
would.
sense.
Yes, bro. No, there wouldn't. You can't. Yo, bro.
bro, yes, there would, bro. It doesn't remove the past when you go back.
Yo, bro.
Thank you, Hoodlum.
Y'all not understanding.
Avengers
Y'all
Endgame,
understanding.
please.
He shouldn't exist, gang.
Yes, he should. Yes,
No, he shouldn't. There would never be Captain America.
Yes, there would.
No, because once he get unfrozen, oh my god.
Once
The
he get
nigga's still
unfrozen,
alive.
once he get
The
unfrozen,
nigga's still
what?
alive.
Once he
He's
get
still
unfrozen,
alive.
what? Once he get unfrozen, what? He
Once
disappears.
he gets unfrozen. Oh my god.
What are you trying to say, bro? Are you
Once
slow?
he gets unfrozen, the other Cap that went back is still fucking alive, dumbass nigga.
Exactly. So there's two of him. Literally, it's just one a little bit older. It's like, bro, I feel like you missing it.
Yo, bro, you don't realize how that would change the entire timeline? Do you not see that?
Nigga, it never changes anything because it meant to happen that way. It was meant to happen that way.
No, it wasn't, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Come on, am I tripping?
Bro, oh my god, y'all tripping, bro? Going back in time.
Yo, bro.
Hold up. Oh, wait, hold on. What? Going back in time doesn't change the future? They
Yes,
explain that
what
in
the
Endgame.
fuck?
Okay, no.
In the MCU, it doesn't. it is weird. It's mad
No,
weird.
no. See, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make
MCU,
sense if you go
they
based on
fried their
actual time.
rules.
Oh yeah, no,
They fried
yeah,
their
it doesn't make sense.
They fried their rules.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it makes sense. But
The
it doesn't
MCU
change
time travel
the-
is fucking horrendous.
MCU time travel is fried, like it's actually cooked.
Yeah, the MCU,
Bro,
yeah,
my
it's
thing, my point wasn't even that. My point was, did he live 100 years and he's there within 3 seconds?
Oh my god. Okay.
That doesn't make sense.
Explain it, nigga.
Bro, it's very
It really
simple.
does-
It's actually
Be back in a
really
minute.
simple.
Yeah, that's dead what he said. Like I'm like that doesn't make sense. Now I know. Look, this is the difference though, because when they went to go and save go and get all the time stones, right? Okay, boom,
Go ahead, hit me with the
boom.
homegirl said. Go ahead.
No, boom. They went to do that. They were gone for 1 minute, dead 1 minute in real time. That's cool. They came back as themselves. Nothing changed for them really, except for what they
Went
saw.
back there and lived.
Now he went back and lived to the present. That's not possible.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yo, I'm about to close my laptop. I'm about to close my laptop.
Yo, hold on, are these
Time travel.
do these niggas not know how
Time
time travel
travel
works?
You are
only-
retarded.
no, no,
You are
no.
retarded. I'm sorry.
Nigga, I
Jayden,
literally-
time travel only makes sense when you go in and come out through both time travel. You can't go into time travel
Yes,
and then
bro.
end
You
up
didn't time
in
travel there and
2024
time travel
in
back.
19.
Nigga, if I travel back in time and stay back in time, there will then be 2 me's. What are y'all missing? There was 2 of them the entire time till the nigga left.
Yo, Jayden, you better piss me off. You
Yo,
better
what
piss
are
me
y'all
off.
niggas talking
You
about?
better piss me off, bro. Jayden.
Oh my god,
Jayden.
bro.
Jayden. He didn't go back in time and then go forward in time back to the point that he left. He went back in time and lived there.
That's what
Doesn't
I'm
make
saying, bro.
You
So no,
dumbass nigga.
the only
Oh my
way,
God,
Jayden, the only way your point makes sense if it's a separate timeline, but he's still in the same timeline.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. He went through the same timeline. It was meant to happen that way. It was meant
Yo,
to happen.
Jayden, you're
was
Jayden,
meant
we're
to
Talking about
happen.
something was meant to happen. No, I'm not hearing that dumbass shit, nigga.
It was meant to happen.
bro. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Hold on. The only way that works, Jayden, if it's a separate timeline and we never see him again in 616. That's the only way.
Time travel.
I'm not saying it. No,
Regardless of all that,
possibly.
regardless of that, bro, he went back in time, right?
And then
He
ended up.
stayed back in time. He
It's-
never came back.
Yes, it's a bootstrap paradox. It was meant to happen that way.
Oh, this nigga
Oh my
bullshit,
God.
bro.
Look. No, look,
Empty, nah,
Jayden.
Hillum, you're right.
Jaden.
MCU time travel is stupid as fuck.
Jaden. No, it's mad stupid. So I'm like, Jaden, you can't go.
You're telling me I
You
can't
can't-
go back in time and live
you
back in
can't
time?
go-
Like what?
You can't go back. No, that's not the point. You're missing the point.
What am I?
You can't go back in time and end up the same place you went back in time at within a few seconds and everything still be the exact same. Bucky would not be there. Bucky would be dead. Sam would be dead. All those people would be dead because you went 100 years.
Do
It's
you know the
it's
fucking ripple
separate.
effect, the butterfly effect, nigga? One thing changed the entire future, bro.
Yes, Hillum, I'm saying.
Jaden saying that he yes,
that's exactly what I'm saying.
that doesn't make sense.
Y'all saying
Because-
it doesn't
no,
make
no, no,
sense
no.
because y'all didn't know he was already there. He was already
No.
there.
I'm not hearing that.
It was
I'm not hearing
meant
that.
to happen that way.
He wasn't there. You know why he wasn't there? Because we have pictures of her. Nigga, he wasn't there.
Facts.
You making shit up.
Bro,
I'm thinking,
and
play,
like
bro.
my look,
Nigga,
no,
Peggy
look,
died
look.
alone. Peggy died alone, nigga.
That's
He was never there.
facts.
He was never there.
He was
He
never
changed
there.
he changed the past, which changed the future.
All right, bro.
That's facts. Peggy
All
died
right,
alone.
bro.
He never existed, but somehow he did.
Yes. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Talking about something he was there the whole time. No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
He changed the past now, nigga.
it's a
That's
retcon.
facts.
It was
Because I'm like,
literally a
no,
retcon.
I've always had this question. I'm like, how did he go back in time and then he was sitting in the chair within 3 seconds? What? That didn't make sense.
He lived it.
No, Jaden, time still progresses either way. Or 616 time and Cap's time would have still progressed. Bucky and Sam would not have been there no more by the time he got there. Time
What
would
are you
still
saying,
progress.
bro?
Okay, here, I'm about to put this on a graph. Hold
So,
on,
like,
let me show my screen.
in
Hold
terms of like the way they have their timeline
Their timeline
is that the
fucking fucked.
present tense moves forward along with the past. They move on two separate, you know what I'm saying, type situations.
Here, hold on.
I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah. What do I use? What do I use to draw?
Nigga,
What's the app called?
Just go to Photoshop.
No, that's too difficult. What's that app called? Paint, Microsoft Paint.
You literally have.
Okay, look.
Answer? Microsoft Paint. Okay.
No, I know we do. I want to explain. No. I know we do. Hold on, we're gonna watch it. I want to explain this. I want Jayden to get it before we watch a video, because
No,
I need to get
understand.
this.
I literally understand what you're saying.
No, you know you don't.
I
No,
literally
you don't.
get what you're saying. It's like y'all are. I'm trying to explain to you what happened, and y'all just don't think I'm like.
That's not
like,
what happened, because
fuck?
everything you said what happened didn't happen.
Look. You looking at the screen?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Look. Hold on. Let me zoom in. Okay.
Nigga, he about to explain to me how time travel works. Like I don't know this shit. Go ahead though.
No, I'm not explaining time travel. This has nothing to do with time travel, low key.
Yeah,
Look.
to do with time travel.
Look, if I go here, let me make my brush a little bigger.
This nigga, bro.
They explain in the video.
I know. We're gonna watch the video. I know.
He just wants to argue LMAOs. All that. Oh, good shit. Go ahead.
Hold on. How do I make my thing big? Oh, right here. Okay. Right?
Those your timelines?
Right. This is Cap.
Okay.
This is, what year did he leave? 2025?
Yeah. 2-5.
Okay. If I'm gonna get red. This is Cap right here. The start of the 2-5, right? This is Cap.
Mm-hmm.
If he then goes into a time machine and then goes back to, and then he would end up in Cap timeline, which would be how far he go back? No, not Endgame is old. No. Remember, they fast forwarded time, Hulam. They had a 5-year time skip, so they were ahead of us. So it was 2025 and yeah. So he would go back. This now he's in Cap timeline. This is 19 whatever.
Right.
He progressed his whole life in Cap timeline. He should not be able to come back at the end of 25. It's a separate timeline.
So now I am confused. So what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that Cap?
I'm saying he shouldn't have been able.
So
I'm saying he shouldn't have been able to be sitting on that bench while Sam and Bucky were still there within 3 seconds. Now, if he all about a bench, the bench is the issue, not facts. No, the bench is literally the issue.
Okay.
If he went back in time and then we never saw him again, it's cool. He came back and was sitting at that bench within 3 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever. Now, the only way this works is what I was explaining. If he went into a time machine, right? And then came out through the time machine, it's the same timeline. That's how it worked when they went to get the gems. They went in and came out. They're the same people. Boom, nothing progressed. He came back old and was on the bench.
I'm seeing it. No. Okay, let me help you out a little bit. Maybe this will help you understand what I'm saying. So when they was like, and we gonna watch the video too, I might be wrong, who knows, but this is what I know. When they restored the shit, they was like, look, bro, you take these gems, you making new timelines. That's like the whole branch theory. Start somewhere new, create a new branch.
Hold on, I forgot about that. Hold on. I forgot he brought the gems back.
He brought the gems back, so that didn't reinstore the main timeline. Within him doing that, he didn't live during that timeline while there was a second Cap. So it was meant to happen.
No.
Break down. I like, you really break, like, it's so simple, bro. It's so simple. I'm really like understand how there was no second Cap, nigga.
It's the same Cap, but there's 2 of them. Like,
no, there wasn't 2 of them, because one, that would make sense in terms of like, that would mean that Cap, the old Cap, was there the entire time.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's out in the world somewhere,
which doesn't make sense,
right? But that's impossible, because every single evidence or whatever we had with Peggy, she would not have died alone, bro. He would have been in every single picture. And then current Cap, which that we saw on screen, would have been like, yo, how the fuck did I get there?
Facts.
Why was I there? I was never there.
How the fuck did he get the Soul Stone back? Yeah.
I don't know how he got the Soul Stone back.
He did Soul Stone back, bro.
No, I'm more confused. How did he bring any of those back?
He went back and just gave them. Put them right back.
Do you know how many different places those were?
Yes.
That wouldn't make sense.
Bro, wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey shit, okay?
Actors Joe and Anthony Russo combined arguably the most confusing element of Avengers Endgame with one of the most heart-wrenching moments in the last few minutes of the film. Chris Evans.
So what?
Did you people that bro, that shit was loud as a bitch for me, man. All right, we're going to hit like right here.
Steve Rogers returned from his final time travel mission as an old man, gifted a shield to Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson, and kept coy about his wedding band. That we all know was a sign he got married to Haley Atwell's Peggy Carter. Once the fuzzy feelings that the scene inspired faded, though, fans were left scratching their heads and wondering how exactly old man Cap got back to the main timeline, as his appearance seemingly contradicts the rules of time travel as previously outlined in the movie. Finally, more than 3 months after viewers first watched Endgame up on the big screen, we have the definitive answer. The Russo brothers recently held an Ask Me Anything session on Reddit, where they detailed how the grizzled Captain America found his way back to the main timeline without completely shattering the established time travel theory the Ancient One stated early on in Endgame. A fan asked the Russos how Cap came back to the present after returning the Infinity Stones to their respective places in the past, and requested some clarification on the rules of time travel. According to the Ancient One, when someone takes a stone from its original place and travels through time, they create a branched timeline that doesn't...
Pause it. So look, Peggy's the stone right here. This is what would have happened. That's literally what I just explained. Peggy's the stone.
Yeah.
And that's literally the only way that would have made sense. What the... Yo, these niggas, the Russo brothers were on some crack when they made that shit. Hold on.
Doesn't alter the past. When Steve Rogers returned the stones following the big battle against Thanos, he wore a quantum suit and used a pin particle to travel back in time. But when the older Steve appeared on the park bench at the end of Endgame, he wasn't in a quantum suit. Did Cap figure out a way to come back to the present without using the same method that sent him to the past? Did he live out his life with Peggy in the main timeline, thus creating 2 separate Captain Americas and countering the rules of time travel? Or did he marry her in an alternate timeline and keep everything intact? The Russos confirmed on Reddit that Cap, quote, would have had to have worn the quantum suit and he used a pin particle to rejoin the present timeline, just as he needed to do to jump back to the past. But the reason why he isn't sporting the silvery suit on the bench is because, quite simply, he took it off earlier. According to the Russos, quote, that is not the exact moment to which he returned. So there you have it, Cap did indeed
wait,
to the main
hold on.
using the quantum suit and pin particle, but he was hanging around in the air.
So their explanation is he did come back through the time machine, and then just... What the fuck? Nigga, what?
They're stupid. They're actually retarded, bro.
So their explanation...
Yo, their explanation don't even make sense, bro.
I ain't even gonna lie. I get it.
Their explanation makes more sense than what I'm trying to... what we have, because that means he did come back through the time machine, which is my red dots here.
He went back when he was old.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So technically that does work.
Yes, it does. Yeah, if he came back, put that suit back on, and then came back after he lived his whole life with her and got old.
Yeah, that works. It's sped, but that does work. Because that means what I was trying to explain with him only being able to do that is he come back through the time machine. That makes sense. Okay.
I'll give you that.
Okay. It's still sped, but okay.
But no,
I guess.
Like I said, their rules are bullshit. Because realistically, you should be able to live on the same timeline twice if you do it right.
I don't think so.
Should know that like dude in the video said, that literally counteracts time travel rules. You should not be able to do that, bro.
There's different ways to time travel, so there's different rules when you time travel.
No.
You're saying, Jayden, you just said in general, so like you can't do that.
I did. Per their rules, this is bullshit. Per their rules,
if he went, no. If he went back,
actually, for most time travel rules, this is bullshit.
Yeah, no, because if you go back and you're on the same timeline as your younger self, that doesn't make us like.
So y'all ever heard of a bootstrap paradox?
Especially while they're showing your current self with no recollection.
See, the only way this works is if you go forward.
Y'all heard of a bootstrap?
You can't go back.
Y'all heard of a bootstrap?
Yeah.
What's
that, bro?
You don't know what the bootstrap paradox is?
Yo, bro.
All right.
What is that, bro?
This didn't work, dog.
A bootstrap. Hold on, wait. The bootstrap theory
doesn't
work.
Jayden, you're not understanding. A bootstrap paradox. Yes, there is such thing as a bootstrap paradox in this like current timeline that we have.
Yeah,
there
it wouldn't work.
Past evidence of him not existing. So if there is no bootstrap paradox, it'd be one thing.
Yeah, this wouldn't work for a bootstrap.
There was pictures of old Cap with Peggy, etc. But there is none of that.
I'm agree.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm saying that.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
Oh, so a bootstrap paradox. Say for example, like you needed information, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then a future you came in and gave you that information. Realistically, that's a bootstrap without the information. There's another timeline when you gain that information to go back in time to give yourself that information. So now you just have information that you got to give back to yourself, and that's a bootstrap paradox.
Oh, I'm saying.
Can you play the time travel video I sent you? See,
that's Tenet. That's dead ass Tenet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tenet. Cause like it comes from nothing. Yeah, that's Tenet.
Because every single bit of information they got from that movie came from nowhere.
Yeah.
It just existed because they planted it. That's so weird. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's like
man. At least
so,
long enough to change.
Like the only point is if you go to the future. You can't do that in the past.
You can.
No, because it's like the past already happened.
Like, what are you trying to do? Like you're just gonna exist there. You're not living there. You want to just exist. Like technically speaking, yeah, you could go back and like live there, but like and do what?
You saying the butterfly effect isn't that strong, bro. It's not that
It is. It is
strong.
though. It is though. It is though.
No. For this, it's mad strong because he wanted to go with his lover. So yes, the person he's loved since he was 20 years old. Yes, that's strong because now it's cooked. Well, what do you mean you went back?
Bro,
and
like,
married
you
her?
like understand like really
Yes,
like
Disney.
the small shit you could change by telling somebody hi. You
Watch
wasted
that.
Not bad.
what, 5 minutes of their day, whatever it is. You take
Time travel.
it ripples through every other person that person speaks to and has interaction with the rest of that day, which changes the rest of the
Right.
everything.
Right. But with
Play
like,
this video.
okay. But yeah, the Marvel time travel shit is absolutely fucked. I swear to God.
No, it's mad.
It's not bad.
It's broken.
Hey, easy, easy.
I'm being very careful.
No, you're being very hokey.
I'm being careful.
These are Pym particles, all right? And ever since Hank
is
Pym
so
got
sad,
snapped
bro.
out of existence, this is it.
They
This
really
is what we
massacred
have.
this nigga,
We're
bro.
not making any more.
Scott, calm down.
Sorry. We've got enough for one round trip each. That's it. No do-overs. Plus 2 test runs.
They were bullshitting when they made this movie.
1 test run. All right. I'm not ready for this.
I'm game. I'll do it.
But go.
Clint, now you're gonna feel a little discombobulated from the chrono shift. Don't worry about it.
Wait a second. Let me ask you something. If we can do this, you know, go back in time, why don't we just find baby Thanos, you know, and
I don't know how he did that.
First of all, that's horrible.
it's Thanos.
And secondly,
It worked.
time doesn't work
The sound
that way.
effects.
Changing the past doesn't change the future.
Look, we go back. We get the stones before Thanos gets them. Thanos doesn't have the stones. Problem solved.
Bingo.
That's not how it works.
Well, that's what I heard.
Wait, but who? Who told you that?
Star Trek, Terminator, Time Cop, Time After Time,
Quantum Leap.
Wrinkle in Time, Somewhere in Time,
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Hot Tub Time Machine, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Basically, any movie that deals with time travel.
Die Hard?
Adventure, Cap or Hawkeye.
This is
Black
known.
Widow.
I don't know why everyone believes that, but that isn't true. Think about it. If you travel to the past, that past becomes your future. And your former present becomes the past, which can't now be changed by your new future.
Exactly.
So Back to the Future is a bunch of bullshit?
No. It's just the rules they're going by. This is the rules that they set up. So they're
No.
bullshit. Their rules are actual bullshit. I swear to God.
I don't know. I saw that trailer, bro. I was so sad. I was like, damn,
Hey, Miss Ponce,
this shit was here.
if you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is
Endgame was really butt.
Damn.
Endgame was not a
being
good
adrift
movie.
in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds.
They just,
Yeah, the video's
for no
done.
reason? Okay.
Especially
Endgame
bro,
was
at the Infinity
That's
War.
it?
Everyone. Infinity War is the best movie they ever dropped, and it should have ended like this. I'm not gonna lie.
it's not a bad take. No. Hold on. Yeah, it was a fun movie. Obviously, like, yeah, I'm talking about as a movie, from a movie standpoint, like an actual film standpoint. It's a bad movie. But obviously, it was a fun movie. Everybody had a great time, and it's still up there. It's just
Yeah.
like
This the
that
same.
movie.
it's like-
Is like
This is the
It's
same
bad.
conversation
Yo,
with like,
you go
Far
from
From, like
Infinity War to Endgame, bro. Like, it's like, damn, bro. This shit
yeah,
is-
like it's obviously as a for what it was peak, but it was like dang as a film, yeah.
yeah, it's equivalent to saying like No Way Home was ass. Like it's a terrible movie, but great for fan service and shit like that.
No Way Home. What happened to No Way Home?
That's
Everything.
everything.
Oh, that's damn.
Yeah, that's all 3 Spider-Man and all that.
Yeah, No Way Home's a yeah. That like it's not a good movie, but it was fun for what it was.
Out of the suit and into something your birdwatching grandfather would wear.
Time travel!
This explanation indicates that Joe and
Yeah,
Anthony Russo are of
Solomon
the
was paying
opinion
for
that
this.
Steve and Peggy reunited, got married, and shared a full and happy life filled with many evenings spent dancing in their living room, all in a timeline alternate to the main one of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Joe Russo even told Entertainment Weekly in May 2019, if Cap were to go back into the past and live there, he would create a branched reality. However, not everyone involved with Endgame agreed to that assessment. Screenwriters Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely have maintained their belief that Steve's grand plan to finally spend his life with Peggy happened in the main timeline timeline, meaning that there are 2 Captain Americas in the MCU. Just after the release of Endgame, Marcus and McFeely sat down with Fandango's Eric Davis, who asked if Cap's ending means that, quote, an old Captain America was hanging out this whole time while another Captain America was saving the day. Marcus confirmed that he personally rejects the idea that Steve was ever in an alternate timeline, saying, we are not experts on time travel, but the Ancient One specifically states that when you take an Infinity Stone out of a timeline, it creates a new timeline. So Steve going back and just being there would not create a new timeline. So I reject that Steve is in an alternate reality theory. I do believe that there is simply a period in world history from about 48 to now where there are 2 Steve Rogers. And anyway, for a large chunk of that, one of them is frozen in ice. So it's not like they'll be running into each other. It's hard to say whether the 2 directors or the 2 writers are more accurate here, since this is also
like that.
fiction,
I
but
don't
the
like
Russo's explanation.
You don't like that?
I don't like it. I prefer what the Russo said with the alternate universe, and he just came back through the time thing after
I'm gonna
like
keep it a buck.
80 years.
With the way that they have their rules, the Russos are actually right. That's the way he should have did it.
Wait, which one?
The one where he has to travel back through the thing.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. I respect that one.
But to me, what makes the most sense is him living the same timeline. That's what makes more sense to me.
It would, if
there's no evidence for that.
It would if the reason wasn't to marry Peggy and spend the rest of his life with her. Because now it's like
time travel's wonky, bro, and the rules are a bit too complicated.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that.
Time travel relatively has a
it's very simple,
concise, and like usually simple.
It can be complicated
and inner workings. Right. Now, when you start bullshitting and breaking the rules, then we have an issue.
See, that's the thing. You gotta be able, like, it's ways to do it.
You don't gotta be able to do nothing.
And there's ways though. I'm saying that there's multiple ways to do that shit. There's multiple ways to do that shit.
See, but it doesn't like I said, it wouldn't. I think there's certain ways to obviously make time travel more like. Look, in my opinion, also if it ain't broke, don't fix it, bro. Because like we start bullshit now.
Yeah.
Facts.
And why are you able to exist in the same time period like you're a vampire and not show up in pictures, nigga?
Facts.
Why did Peggy die alone, but somehow you were there the whole time? That makes sense.
I was in hiding. I was in hiding. That's what niggas would say.
Better aligns with the rules of time travel established in Endgame. Even so, Marcus and McFeely have said that Cap's ending is open for interpretation. Though he and McFeely prefer their theory to the Russos, Marcus has said that the issue of whether Steve's life with Peggy happened in an alternate reality or in the main MCU timeline is, quote, a question with many answers. So, mystery sort of solved? We'll leave it at that.
Wait, because I just realized, bro, he was... Bro, wait, pause it. Bro, they were panicking. They were like, I can't get him back. They're like, get him back. Yo, go watch the clip.
This clip or just the clip?
The clip of when he leaves. They're like, yo, bro, where he at? They're like, Hulk was like, I don't know. I'm like, yo, this makes no sense.
That nigga turned that suit off, boy. Turned that suit off.
Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hulk click the button to bring him back and it didn't work.
50 hours a week, having that structure. And you
Don't do anything stupid till I get back.
How can I?
Piss me off.
You're taking all
We
this
did all
time.
that, and then he just never like. God, bro.
Gonna miss you, buddy.
Ironic.
It's gonna be okay, Buck.
How long is this gonna
Like
take?
you knew? Yeah.
For him, as long as he needs. For us, 5 seconds.
I ain't gonna lie, in a real way. I always thought he was an L man for this. I ain't gonna lie. I always thought he was an L man for this. I'm not gonna hold you.
What, Cap leaving?
Yes.
Yeah, always was L man.
Yeah, no. That's what I was saying. That was my original point. This is so L man. This is so crazy.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, like, dude, you gonna leave your niggas, bro, after this, bro?
He has to go to Hammerback too. How did he do this? I don't know.
They go hang out with a bitch.
No, facts.
They got it.
It's so crazy.
Let's go. They want homies to go hang out with an old shorty that's dead, bro.
You bet.
It's not even, yo, is this shit really even weighing on his brain, bro? You been dealt with this shit, bro. Like, this is something he was like constantly thinking about every day. Oh my god, I miss Peggy, bro. No, bro. Damn.
Yo. Yeah, bro.
I'm weak as hell.
Quantum. 3, 2, 1. And returning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
back.
Where is he?
I don't know. He blew right by his timestamp. He should be here.
Where did he put
Yo,
the
Hulk fried his
hammer?
arm for nothing, right? If I'm not that nigga really fried his arm for nothing.
Yes.
No. No. His
Wait.
arm brought everybody back.
Yeah, only he could take that type shit.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about this nigga Winter Soldier. Yeah, he fried his arm for nothing. Hulk ate that first snap. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, really break it down, and nigga took the John, like, damn.
Well, get him back.
I'm trying.
Get him the hell back.
Man, son, I'm trying.
Sam.
Hold on. This is all bullshit. Why? How the fuck did he get back if he had to go back through this other time? What the fuck?
I'm trying to fucking say, bro.
Hey, I don't know, like, yo,
Okay, no. The shit going full circle now. This is insane.
What did you think I've been trying to say for the past 45 minutes of my life?
Hour, bro.
Oh my god.
Nah, bro, this is insane.
Oh my god.
And that's why my theory works better, nigga.
It doesn't.
No,
it
your theory is terrible. Your theory is terrible. It's cooked.
Bro, look, hold up. Now I'm about to draw this bitch out for you.
How? We've broken it down probably 8 times by now how your theory's fried.
Nah, because now you got me fried.
Bro, the only way that works is what the fuck? The only way that works is if he's a vampire, bro.
No, it doesn't.
And he don't appear in nothing. That does not work.
Alright, hold on. We need I need the fuck. I just heard this nigga HUD. Right.
Nah, deadass. Cause if he did do this, the government would know.
There's no need to even break this down.
No, I'm about to show y'all how it looked for me. That shit.
What?
B. Right. Makai. Do you understand when I'm putting down or no?
No. Because what I'm saying is correct.
This movie was stupid.
Yo, because look, you're saying that they both existed in the same time.
Yes.
That is impossible.
No, it's not. Trust me, it's not.
It's impossible given the reason.
I'm gonna show you why.
Now, this could work if he went back and just vibed out, stay on the low. Nobody was worried about him, whatever.
Yes, bro. He went back to see Peggy.
Cooked. This works. No, Jayden, this works if he went back, stayed in his house all day. At that point, why'd he go back? But he went back, got with his current, with 2025 versions Cap's first lover.
Right.
10 years ago. 10 years prior to 2025 Cap. She died.
Alone.
In a hospital bed. Where was he then? No ring. Never
he
married.
Went back to go see her and be with her every day.
Also, homegirl, her granddaughter wouldn't exist.
Oh, that's facts. Oh my god.
Because Peggy got with someone else, had a child had child, her granddaughter exists. She would never exist.
I didn't think about that shit. Yeah, that's your whole shit cook. I'm sorry.
It's fried.
Yo, she saw Cap get frozen, and Cap came back young, then he left old, and then when she was dying, she saw a young version again. Thank you, Holden, bro. It's not that hard. Listen.
No, that is hard. No, that wasn't him trying to prove your point.
Jayden.
That wasn't him.
What did you not understand about what Maynard just said?
I understand what he said.
Like what?
Oh my god,
bro!
I'm talking to a fucking brick wall.
No, bro. It's like I'm just saying, my shit is very more plausible.
No, wait, hold on. Peggy had the most traumatic life of all time. That's actually crazy. If this is
she ain't got Debbie beat. She ain't got Debbie beat.
Okay, now Debbie's up there. Look, Jayden. If your theory happened, I'm gonna read this out again. I'm gonna read it in the. She saw Cap. No, you're not. She saw Cap get frozen in ice.
All right.
She then saw another Cap come back young. Then he left old, and then saw young Cap again on her deathbed. Yo, she must have been schizophrenic. Like, do you know how her life would have been crazy.
Talking to Jayden POV. All right, bro.
Bro, look, Jayden. Her granddaughter wouldn't exist.
Whole time. What if her granddaughter is Cap's?
No. Ain't no whole time nothing.
No.
All right, bro. Goddamn.
No.
Goddamn.
Because then that would mean that Captain America was dicking down his own daughter. So now you want to talk about it. Let's talk about it.
He didn't know.
No, he knew. He knew. He would have to know.
He didn't know.
What if Cap just wait? Hold on. What if Cap just came back for one dance and lived on the low for the rest of his life instead of marrying her? See, if he did that, calm.
But like
calm.
that's just
But then it's like, then why did he go back? He could have
What's
just
the
stayed
point
with
of
bros.
going back?
He could have just stayed with the bros
Yeah,
for the
that
rest of
would
his
have made
life.
it even. That'd have made it 10
Why does
times
he have
more
to
romance.
marry her? No. He did. No, he got the ring. He did marry her. Like, we're not saying like it's an idea. No, he did. That's why it's cooked. He married her.
Okay, if they lost
So
this
it's
nigga,
like-
hold on. Now it's a new theory to build now. If they lost this nigga in the time, like, bro, he had to be, for this to even work the way that they saying this shit to work, he really did have to accidentally create a new timeline, giving one of these stones back.
Exactly.
Word two. Because in order for him to do this and still travel back in time through another time machine that's not the one that these niggas built.
Exactly.
So yeah.
There's another. The only way this works is if there's an alternate timeline. He goes back through a time. See, that still doesn't work because you can't jump timelines. Can you?
No, actually, you shouldn't be able to just like go through timelines like that
At all.
But if that's the case, then why the fuck goddamn Spider-Man able to do that shit?
That's true.
You
And that's
know why?
See, their
Doctor
rules
Strange.
are their rule. No,
No, Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
Okay,
No,
true.
that is
Doctor
different.
Strange.
That's different.
True.
Because that's not technology. That's magic. That's
Right.
different.
So maybe he got some Doctor Strange to help his
Nah.
ass. Maybe.
Oh, come on, bro.
We just talking now.
I didn't hear no circle open up. I don't care.
Bro,
Look
like
at
there
this.
could have been there could have been so many ways.
Ever wondered?
Goddamn.
Gas. Boom. Set. You cool. Open. He walked through. He old. Boom. Calm. He doesn't make it still wouldn't make sense, but it would make more. It would be boom. Calm. Or all he had to fucking do was come back and spend the rest of his life with the bros. Like, yo, come on, bro. Also,
that's the man shit, bro. Holy.
or this is the best possible outcome. Because Hulk said for us 5 seconds, for him as long as he needs.
If he came back old.
He goes, he came back old. Calm. I don't know why the Russo brothers had to do what they felt the need to have him sit on a bench, not coming back through the time machine. If he just came back old, gas. He just appeared.
I ain't gonna lie, whatever the fuck you got going on in that Death Stranding, just creep the fuck out my right ear.
Oh, y'all can hear my game. Hold on, well, fuck. Let me mute my stream audio. There we go. All right. Yeah, bro.
I get it. It's just, bro, the shit low key is complicated because it's fucking time travel, bro.
How Captain America returned the
No,
Infinity
that's
Stone?
not even it.
No,
It's
they made their shit complicated. They actually made their shit complicated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They made their shit complicated. It shouldn't be this fucking
The
complicated.
circle would have been hard. If he came back through a circle, that would have been tough.
It would have been tough.
That would have been gas.
See, the reason why they made their shit complicated is because how the fuck, right? If the timelines are quote unquote being split from one, and all the kings are the same person, and all the Scarlet Witches are the same person, and all the Doctor Stranges are the same person, why the fuck does Peter look different?
Damn, I never thought about that.
I had a
Why is there a
somebody
different Reed Richards?
a couple months ago. It doesn't make any sense why the nigga looks different.
He shouldn't
I've
look
never
any
thought about
fucking
that.
different. Based off of the rules that they have, they should
Now,
look no
I was-
different.
We were talking about this back when I was in school with the Black Panther situation with their multiverse stuff. I'm like, he shouldn't look different.
Yes, he shouldn't
But
look
it's
any
gonna have to
different.
make him look
Damn, I never thought about
If
that.
you want to talk about somebody that genuinely got the different, the Earths, dimensions, time travel and shit,
I
right?
think the canon.
Flash.
I think the canon explanation is that it's literally like he does look different, but what is it? It's like he does look different, but or whatever character does look different, but it's like it's not. I'm trying to figure. No, there's a canon explanation that I heard people say where it was like,
See, I don't know. Their whole
Don't hit me
situation
with that
is
Nexus
why
being shit.
They
No,
cooked it with
no.
Deadpool and they cooked it with fucking Fantastic Four. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MCU, their multiverse is ass and their time travel is ass.
Yes. They've
Because the
literally
whole thing was
fried
like
their whole
he
shit.
does look different, but to our perception, he isn't. Just because like it's just us. Like we're like there's
That wouldn't make any sense
It wouldn't.
yeah,
because Deadpool got fucking pigs and goddamn females and
that's true.
whatever the
Oh my
case
god,
is.
it's so cooked.
and then
Yeah.
what's it called? Fantastic Four. Obviously, Reed Richards is now Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
And
Oh, they go in the Spider-Verse route. That Spider-Man just naturally looks different across universes and worlds.
Okay, but that's different. That's different.
well, yeah, but they already cooked that with the Doctor Strange shit.
Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and that little kid from Earth 1999. Yeah, they cooked that shit too. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, what are you talking about? What's that?
That's dead a line from the movie. Hold up. Let's watch this
without messing up time itself.
All right, hold up. Pull it up.
Oh, you talking about Cortez? Oh, it's a scene. Okay.
Yeah, that ass.
Oh,
he dropped this line, nigga.
UFC 316. Buy it on ESPNPlus.com/PPV.
The way you're getting started on Doctor Strange, a little nerd back on Earth 1999.
How does that mess anything up? Well, no, our point is how do some characters look different and some characters all look the same?
See, if they wanted to go that route, they could have still went this route, but they would have to cast every single version of a character the exact same cast member. Deadass. They can do this.
Yeah.
And it still work in a different, like, they would just have to explain it differently. Like, how did you get over here? Oh, we had to go through the dimensional portal, not the time travel portal. It's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But they want to go through a time travel portal and a quantum shit. Spider-Man is a whole nother rabbit hole. Yes, it is. It's just not complicated.
You have to return the stones to the exact moment you got them. You're going to open up a bunch of nasty alternative reality.
Let's break it down. To stop new timelines, Cap had to return each stone its exact moment in time and casing. First, in 2012, he gave the Time Stone to the Ancient One, who helped restore the Power Stone, Mind Stone, Reality Stone, and Space Stone to their original forms. For the Mind Stone or Scepter, he'd need to face 2012 Cap.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
Carefully ensuring it was returned without disrupting the events. Next, the Reality Stone. Cap would have gone to 2013 Asgard with the Ancient One. Using the Time Stone, she could have paused time, letting Cap safely inject the ether back into Jane Foster. On 2014 Morag, he placed the Power Orb back, ensuring Peter Quill found it. Using the Tesseract, Cap would then head to 2014 Vormir to face Red Skull, his old enemy,
Steven Rogers, son of Sarah.
Red Skull, son of
and return the Soul Stone. Sadly, a soul for a soul means Natasha couldn't return. Finally, in 1970, he returned the Tesseract to S.H.I.E.L.D. before traveling to 1943 to live with Peggy. But here's the twist. Did living with Peggy create a new timeline? Comment below.
And that was the whole start of the conversation, technically. Did that create a new timeline?
So the ball is she code? Yeah, because she's Doctor Strange before Doctor Strange, so yeah.
In my head, realistically, it shouldn't change the timeline.
Yeah.
For him to pop up on the bench, it shouldn't change the timeline. That's
the only way for him to pop. Yeah, the only way for him to pop up on the bench that would make sense is if he came back through a portal, or not a portal, the time travel machine. Is this a 30-minute? Oh, it's 9 minutes. I think we're good now. No, I don't think we even need to watch this one.
Yeah, we good now. We understand it. But yeah, it's my whole thing is that there's different ways to time travel. That's my whole big ass thing. Not gonna lie.